Okay, coaches. Well, this starts the first presentation of the year that I'm going to give on the youth double wing, and we're going to move right along into the counter plays or the counter pod. I actually break up my power series into three subsections, which I call pods. So out of the power series, we have the power pod, the counter pod, and the iso pod. And like any good series, they have a main play and then constraint plays and then play action passes off of those off of that main running play. So what we're going to talk about tonight is the counter plays specifically and how I utilize them and what I specifically run. So that's what we're going to be going into tonight. And if you have any questions, always feel free to email me at coachgregory@live.com, or you can reach out to me on dumbcoach.com on my thread. If you look under Coach Gregory Systems, you can post a message there under Gregory Double Wing, and I'll be more than happy to answer it. Or any of the coaches that run my version of the Double Wing, they'll answer it as well. So moving on, there's really three main concepts built into this series. There's the counter plays, which are essentially off tackle with down blocks to the inside and some form of kick out block to the outside. And again, what we're trying to do is overwhelm the point of attack, but we're also utilizing misdirection to displace a defender at the point of attack. So we're not using the overwhelming numbers at the point of attack as our primary means to attack that hole, like the power series, where power and power sweep, we're using numbers. What we're using is a combination of numbers and misdirection to displace defenders. Then there's counter wide, which is the blocking scheme we use, but that's a reverse concept, and that is basically we're attacking the perimeter or the D gap with an outside handoff. All the counter plays are inside handoffs. All the reverse plays are counter wide plays are outside handoffs. And then finally we have a reverse pass, which is basically what we're doing is once we start seeing the defense come up and play or overplay the counter and counter reverse as well as the power sweep, we can run the reverse pass and throw the ball over the top of the defense. So those are the three basic concepts that we're going to be talking about tonight. And then I'll discuss some variations in them. So the counter scheme is basically just an adjustment off the power scheme. It's a pulling guard is the kick out at the first level. The pulling tackle is the vertical or the seal puller. He's going to basically pull up the wall, and as he climbs the wall, anything coming over the wall from the backside, he will seal off. If nothing shows, he will immediately go vertical to the end zone. So we call it a vertical pull. The reason we teach it this way, as I discussed in the power series, is we never want a young puller to look back for the runner. So basically he has two options. Either he looks away and sees something coming and he caps the top of the wall. If he sees nothing coming, he goes vertical to the end zone and he creates that vertical lane for the runner to use as a cutoff to use against a backside pursuer. Secondly, as a base, the B-back will kick out the first defender to show backside. So this is our way of wrong weighing a defender. So as a base, our B-back will kick out the backside defensive end, and this allows us to also check to see if they're reading the B-back. If Mike Backer is reading the B-back, he will go the wrong way, and we'll immediately know what the linebackers are keying off when we run counter. If they aren't keying off the backer, but they're keying off the pullers, then we know we have to add more to the point of attack, and we'll go in and we use a lead call, which just simply tells the B-back he will be the second level kick out above the pull side guard, much like the power play, except we're swapping responsibilities. Where in the power play, the B-back is the first level kick out, and the backside or pulling guard is the third level kick out because the quarterback is the second level kick out. So in counter, because again we are utilizing misdirection to displace a defender, we don't have to use overwhelming numbers at the point of attack. So oftentimes we only need one kick out. There are cases where we'll need to use a lead call and get that second blocker, in this case the B-back, as a kick out. And again, because of that, there are reduced layers of kickouts compared to the power, but again, it's because we are utilizing misdirection.